Change is the movement of the hourglass sands.
It is the coming of dawn after dark.
Change is taking one step at a time.
The ignition of an enlightening spark.
In these 3 months, we have experienced a sea change in the way we think, act, and work. As the cutting-edge digitalization at GIIS SMART Campus is now a way of life for us. I, Roshni,
And I, Prajit, welcome you to our Annual Day 2018 entitled Metamorphosis. This is a sincere effort to celebrate progression, underpinning the notion that our lives are ameliorated by change and not by chance. So as to enjoy this wonderful occasion to the fullest, kindly turn off your cell phones and also refrain from photography, as there are professional photographers present here to capture this enigmatic show.
today's Annual Day program is being telecast live to the entire GIIS fraternity world over. We now take this opportunity to welcome the esteemed guest of honor for the day, Dr. Kakali Das. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am, to our Smart Campus. May I now invite Srishti to deliver the welcome address.
Ladies and gentlemen, change, as we're all aware, is inevitable and a way of advancing in life. Dennis Waitley once remarked, "Change the changeable, accept the unchangeable, and remove yourself from the unacceptable." These evocative lines gracefully capture the evolving and unstoppable nature of change. Accepting change with a gracious heart is crucial in the journey of life of any individual. Though the pessimist complains about the wind and the optimist anticipates it to change, the realist is the one who effortlessly adjusts the sails. On behalf of GIIS SMART Campus fraternity, I extend a very warm welcome to our guest of honor, distinguished members of the GIIS Executive Management Committee, respected principal, and our dear parents. We are gratified to have you in our midst, and we hope you have an enchanting day ahead. I now take this opportunity to welcome our ensemble of musicians in a performance entitled Rasa Sayan to cast a spell on us with their mellifluous performance. This harmonious song sets the tone for this wondrous morning and brings in a flavor of the vast Southeast Asian cultures and traditions.
It certainly was. And now, may I invite our principal, Ms. Melissa Maria, to kindly share a few words with the crowd.
Welcome to all our parents. I've oft repeated this, but it is indeed a delight to see a packed house. So I really hope you have a wonderful morning. It gives me great pleasure to have in our midst our guest of honor, Mrs. Kokila Das. Thank you for gracing our occasion. To all the esteemed members of our executive management, thank you. To our teachers, students, I am indeed happy that this is our first annual day at the GIIS SMART Campus entitled Metamorphosis 2018. After a journey of almost 15 years, we have moved into the SMART Campus, and this has been designed taking into consideration every dream, aspiration, and talent of our students and teachers. We have now emerged to be a state-of-the-art facility so that we are able to groom the future of our students. Like they say, we have truly metamorphosed and are able to provide for our students a complete equity of opportunities to pursue all their interests, their passions and talents. Of course, over the years, our 9 Gems pedagogy has guided every child and moved them forward in this direction. The campus is equipped with several skill labs, which we as a team are slowly working on co-creating along with our teachers and students and inputs from them. Very recently, we began classes at the radio and TV studio. And from November, we are commencing our culinary program. This is an after-school program where children have registered either for a month or a 3-month course. And we have also opened up the culinary program as a CCA. Being a technologically advanced campus, we are all aligning to the fact that technology has to be leveraged to impact learning positively. Hence, learning experiences are being created around that. For example, very recently, we did the digital art competition on 2nd October. This was learning not only for the ones who participated, but for all others who went and viewed that on the life and the impact that the Mahatma has had, the universal values that he preached and we are still living. 2 days back, we had Shankar Mahadevan here, and technology enabled us to make sure that all our campuses around the world could have the benefit of this experience. When we had Mrs. Ela Gandhi here, yes, we could not accommodate all our students, but we did not want them to miss this opportunity. And technology gave us that strength that we could broadcast all her pearls of wisdom to all the kids in the classes in the SMART Campus. 2 new concepts that we are working with. One is the Learning Commons and the other is the Seminar Halls. And these are being used to concentrate on those very critical 21st century skills of collaboration and critical thinking. Our library is par excellence, and it is a focus of where our students can acquire that very pertinent knowledge and inquiry so that it really builds them into strong characters. We have several student-led clubs that have been undertaken with some fabulous projects. One that I will give you a sneak peek into as soon as my address is over. It is a trailer of a movie by children from the Movie Makers Club. and they have used technology. They are into actually directing. It's an 18-minute movie, but today we will only see a trailer. I urge you parents, focus on the skills that the kids have used. Maybe not the content as much, but the skills of directing, editing, sound, and all that goes into making a movie. Of course, simultaneously, we are also working towards cultivating the right attitude and etiquettes and a mindset and a culture of belongingness and pride for our children for the school. Every visitor who visits our campus is in awe of the opportunities students of today are having. While some students have still not seen this as a benefit, we do have others who understand the value of what is being provided. And even if everything is not in perfect synchrony, they know it is there for them. We have a student council, a very hard working bunch of students from CBSE and IB. They came up with this whole concept of school pride. They said school belongingness, school pride. And their project is on developing a mascot. So we've opened up a mascot designing competition so that students will start identifying and believing and trusting and building that bond with the school. Now there's something of great joy I want to share with you all. For the very, very first time, our students have put together an anthology of short stories, and today we are going to have an official launch of the published book. You will see that happening soon. So it is amazing. This official launch celebrates the way in which our students have seized the opportunity provided to meet with their literary skills. It is a platform for them today to feel proud of all their achievements right in front of you. There are several such achievements I would like you to witness. So the annual report of 17-18 is in a digital format. So you would get an opportunity to see that. I wish all of you a wonderful morning. I have a very humble request from all parents. If you can sit through the program, it is really, really going to be encouraging for our kids, because it's pretty disturbing when you move out and children are performing. It's a short, crisp program, and I guarantee that you're really, really going to enjoy the morning. So have a wonderful day. You're now going to see the trailer followed by the school report. Thank you so much.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people to see if we could become something more. So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe. But this does put a smile on my face. Who the hell are you guys?
Thank you, ma'am. We will now commence with a fabulous musical entitled Metamorphosis.
This wonderfully crafted theatrical production will provide an insight into real-life themes of women empowerment, equality and tolerance, whilst also elucidating the riveting theme of change, permitting you to marvel at the beguiling medley of songs, skits and dances. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present before you our play Metamorphosis.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all members of the August gathering, please rise to welcome Her Highness, Queen Tupton, the first woman to rule Siam.
My dear friends, it is a pleasure to be here in Singapore on this beautiful day, which is also the 20th anniversary of my father, His Royal Highness King Mongkut of Siam. I have come here to share the story of how Siam got its first queen, me. It all began with the arrival of Miss Anna Claiborne to Siam from Singapore. My father, King Mongkut of Siam, had invited his British school teacher to teach English to the children of the royal palace. Let us watch how it all happened.
Look, Mother. Look at that boat. Look at the dragon's head in the bow.
That's the royal barge.
Is that the king, the man sitting in the bow?
That's Krala Home, sort of prime minister. The king's right-hand man, you might say. Very high-handed man, I tell you.
Do you suppose he's coming to meet us?
Oh, no doubt about it.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to Siam. You come with me now. Your boxes are carried to palace. Later.
No, not to the palace. I'm not living in the palace.
Ha! Who said?
The king says. The king has promised me £20 a month in a house of my own.
King cannot always remember what he promised. King very busy. This is of small concern to him. I do not trouble King with matters of small concern.
But all I want is 10 minutes audience with him.
King very busy now. New Year celebrations just finishing. Fireworks every night.
And what am I supposed to do in the meantime?
In the meantime, you wait in palace.
Your Excellency, I will teach in the palace, but I must have a house of my own, where I can go at the end of the day when my duties are over.
What do you wish to do in evening? That cannot be done in palace.
How dare you! I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but you don't understand. I came here to work. I must support myself and my young son, and I shall take nothing less than what I have been promised.
You will tell King this?
I will tell King this.
It will be very interesting meeting. You come now, or you can stay in boat. I do not care.
My lady, if you wish to stay on my ship and return to Singapore?
No, thank you, Captain Autumn. Your Excellency, I will go with you. I have made a bargain, and I shall live up to my part of it. But I expect a bargain to be kept on both sides. I shall go with you, Your Excellency.
To the palace?
For the time being, yes. Goodbye, Captain Autumn, and thank you very much for everything.
Goodbye, my lady.
Louis?
Goodbye, Captain.
Goodbye, kiddo.
My bird!
While Anna waits to be presented to the king, she and her son are confined to their palace quarters, which afford quite an expansive view of the palace grounds. The two spend their days watching the activities in the palace, from the New Year celebrations to the reception of delegates from other kingdoms, and even a very strange funeral celebration that puzzles them. Join them as they watch the queer and novel ways of the people of Siam.
And now, to close the funeral ceremonies of Lady Mongkul Nasongla, the children of the palace will make a special presentation on this occasion. Look and see how they perform.
Well, what news you bring, Prime Minister?
I have been meaning to speak with you about English school teacher Saya. She's waiting to see you.
She is in Siam? How long?
2 weeks, 3 weeks. She is needed disciplining, Your Majesty. She objects to living in the palace. Talks about some house she said you promised her.
I do not recollect such a promise. Tell her I will see her. I will see her now.
Madame Claiborne, Your Majesty.
Madame Claiborne.
You? A school teacher?
Yes, Your Majesty. When may I start work?
I will tell you when I wish you to start.
There is a matter we have to settle first, Your Majesty.
You are part of general plan I have for bringing to Siam what is good on Western culture. Already I am bringing printing press here for printing.
Yes, I know, Your Majesty.
How you know?
Before signing our agreement, I found out all I could about Your Majesty's ambitions for Siam.
Ha! This is scientific. You are pleased with your apartments in palace?
They are quite comfortable, Your Majesty, for the time being, that is. But my young son and I have found it rather confining, with rather angry-looking guards guarding the door and not permitting us to leave our quarters.
Strangers cannot be allowed to roam around palace before presentment to king. You could look out of windows. Maybe?
Yes, Your Majesty, we have done so. We have seen New Year celebrations, royal cremation ceremonies, etc., etc., etc.
Etc.? What is this etc.?
According to the dictionary, it means and the rest. All the things that you've been doing while we have been waiting. The fireworks.
Best fireworks I ever see at funeral. How you like my acrobats and gymnasts?
Splendid, Your Majesty. Best acrobats and gymnasts I've ever seen at a funeral.
How? Have children prepare for presentation to school teacher?
How many children do you have, Your Majesty?
I have only 67 altogether, but you shall not teach all of them. You shall teach only children of mothers who are in favor with king, which at present are very few. Ah, Lady Tiang, Madame Claiborne. This is Lady Tiang, head wife and captain, my eldest daughter. The children, they come here for presentment to school teacher.
This is all very interesting, Your Majesty, but it has not solved my problem.
Silence! You will stand here to meet royal children.
Very well, Your Majesty.
The royal princes and princesses.
Welcome to Miss Anna Claiborne, the woman of the palace. The other queens get up, come forward and greet Anna to attend. And then the children and family of the queen bring to you a special presentation.
She's so pretty. Your hand's so soft. Look at her dress. This is so lovely.
Hush, lady. Bring the children. Children, come up. Princess first.
We play later? Yes, sure.
Now, the Royal House of Siam welcomes the English guest, Miss Anna Claiborne and son Louis, to the Royal Palace of King Mongkut of Siam.
We hope Miss Anna will love the dance.
I hope you have got a glimpse of our rich culture. Lady Tia, you will help Madame Claiborne with her school teaching, and she, in her turn, will teach you the better English.
Your Majesty.
She is grateful to me for my kindness.
Oh, I see, Your Majesty. In our agreement,
You, Tuptin, you already speak well the English.
Madam, you have English books I can read?
Of course I have.
I wish most to read the book called The Small House of Uncle Thomas. It is by American lady Harriet Beecher Stowe.
A woman has written a book?
A very wonderful book, Your Majesty. An American book. All about slavery.
Ha! President Lincoln against slavery. No, me too. Slavery is very bad thing. I think you will teach my wives too. Those wives who are in royal favor.
I shall be most happy to teach your wives, even though that was not part of the agreement. Speaking of our agreement, it reminds me that there is one little matter about my house.
Also, I will allow you to help me in my foreign correspondence.
Yes, Your Majesty. I don't think you understand. Your Majesty, I don't think you understand about my house.
House? What is this about house?
I want my house. The house you promised me, Your Majesty.
You shall live in palace. You teach in palace, you shall live in palace. If you do not live in palace, you do not teach, and you go wherever you please. I do not care. You understand this?
Yes, Your Majesty. But if these are the only terms on which I am allowed to remain...
Enough! I have no more time to talk. Talk to other women, my wives, my daughters, and my sisters, etc., etc., etc.
What is the matter?
They wish to know, sir, if you have children.
Oh, just one little boy.
I have boy too. Crown Prince Shafa Tululong Khan, heir to the throne. I would be happy if you teach children.
I would like to, very much. I come all the way here from Singapore to do so. But really, under these conditions...
You could be great help to all here, sir.
Lady Thian, why do you keep calling me sir?
Because you're scientific, not lowly like woman.
Do you think all women are more lowly than men? Well, I don't.
Please, sir, do not tell King. Make him very angry.
King seems to be angry already. But yes, I shall not speak about this.
Hurry, we are late going.
Chulalongkorn.
Father, we shall be late for school.
You wait. Please to recite proverb you have learned yesterday and writing down 12 times in your copybook.
A thought for the day. East, west, home is best.
East, west, home best. Home mean house. Every day for many, many months. Always something about the house. Are my children to be taught nothing more?
Yesterday, we were taught that the world is a round ball which spins with a stick through the middle. Ha! Everyone knows that the world rides on the back of a great turtle, which keeps it from running into the stars.
How can it be that everybody knows one thing if many people believe another thing?
Then which is true?
The world is round ball which stick through the middle. I believe.
You believe? Then does this mean you do not know?
But you must know because you are king.
Someday, you too will be king. And you too will know everything.
But how do I learn? And when do I know that I know everything?
When you are king, you will know. Now leave me. when you are king. But I do not know. I am not sure. I am not sure of anything.
Today we have a surprise. A new map just arrived from England. It is a present to us from His Majesty the King.
The Lord of Light?
Yes, the Lord of Light.
The whitest Siam.
Siam, not so small.
Hush, Your Highness.
Wait, let me show you England. See? England is even smaller than Siam.
For many years before I came here, Siam to me was just like the small white spot. Now I have lived here for more than a year. I have met the people of Siam. I have begun to understand them.
You like us?
I like you very much indeed.
Ah!
It's a very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that if you become a teacher, by your pupils you will be taught. As a teacher I've been learning, you forgive me if I boast, and I've now become an expert on the subject I like most, getting to know you. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me, getting to know you, putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I am with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed, suddenly I'm bright and breezy, because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me, getting to know you, putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea.
What? What is this? How can schoolroom be so unscientific?
Your Majesty, we have had a little misunderstanding. I was describing snow to them, and they refused to believe that there is even such a thing.
Snow?
Snow?
Ah, yes, from mountain top.
From the sky.
From sky to mountain top.
Sire, please, how does it come down from the sky?
Like these.
Like these. Thank you, sire.
I have seen pictures. Switzerland. Land all white with snow.
That's right, Your Majesty.
Who does not believe this?
Oh, well, after all, they have never seen it.
Never see? If you believe only what you see, why do you have schoolroom? Rise! Do not ever let me hear of not believing school teacher. I have bring her at great expense. 20 pounds each month. 20 English pounds. Children must learn. Teacher must teach. Not waste time instructing children in silly English song, Home Sweet House, to remind me of breaking promises I never made, etc., etc., etc.
Your Majesty, you did promise me a house, a brick residence adjoining the royal palace. Those were your exact words in the letter.
You will live in palace as is customary for a servant.
Oh no, Your Majesty, no, Your Majesty, indeed, I am not your servant.
I would say your mother has bad manners.
Oh, you would you now? Well, I'd say your father has no manners at all.
Louis, if you do not give me the house you promised me, I shall return to England.
No, do not go to England.
We learn. We believe school teacher.
I believe in snow. Do not let her go away.
I let her do nothing that is not my pleasure. It is my pleasure you stay here. You stay here in palace. In palace.
No, Your Majesty.
I give you servants, I give you bigger room.
That is not the point, Your Majesty.
Why wish you to leave these beautiful children, all whom loving you so extraordinarily?
I do not wish to leave them. I love them too, quite extraordinarily. But I cannot stay in a country where promise has no meaning.
I will hear no more about these promises.
A land where there is talk of honor and a wish for Siam to take her place amongst the modern nations of the world, where there is only talk of changing things, but where everything happens according to the wishes of the king.
You will say no more.
I will say no more.
No more.
I will say no more because I have no more to say. Your servant indeed. I am not your servant. Although you give me less than a servant's pay, I am a free and independent employee. Because I'm a woman, you think like every woman I have to be a slave? You conceited, self-indulgent, libertine, whatever. How I wish I'd call him right to his face. Libertine? Your Majesty, shall I tell what I think of you? You're spoiled. You're a conscientious worker, but you're spoiled. Who's that?
Miss Anna, it is I, Lady Tiang.
At this hour of the night? One moment, Lady Thian.
Miss Anna, will you go to the king?
Now? Has he sent for me?
No, but he would be glad to see you. He is deeply troubled man. No one has ever spoken to him as you did today in schoolroom.
Lady Thian, no one has ever behaved with me as His Majesty did today in the schoolroom either.
And there is more distressing thing. Our agency in Singapore have found letters to British government from certain people whose greedy eyes are on Siam. They describe King as barbarian and suggest making Siam protectorate.
That is outrageous. He is many things I do not like, I know. But he's not a barbarian.
Then will you help him?
You mean advise him?
It must not sound like advice. King cannot take advice. And if you go to him, he will not bring up subject. You must bring it up.
I shall try. Your Majesty? Your Majesty? Your Majesty is reading the Bible?
Ah, Mrs. Anna, you have come to apologize?
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but...
Good, you apologize.
Your Majesty,
I accept. Tonight my mind is on very important matters.
Anything you want to discuss with me?
Why would I discuss important matters with women?
Very well, Your Majesty. I shall go back to my room. May I say good night?
Good night.
Your Majesty.
What?
I was wondering, when the boat arrived from Singapore yesterday, was there any news from abroad?
News? Yes, there are news. They call me barbarian.
Who?
Certain parties would wish to use this as an excuse to steal my country. Suppose you are Queen Victoria and somebody tell you King of Siam is barbarian. Do you believe?
Well,
You will believe that I am barbarian because there is no one to speak otherwise.
But this is a lie.
It is a false lie, and now they send a general, Sir Edward Ramsay, to Siam to check me. Can you imagine? Check me.
And what have you decided to do about it?
You guess.
Well, Your Majesty, my guess is that you will not fight with Sir Edward. You will entertain him and his party in an especially grand manner. Then they will just return to England and report to the Queen that you are not a barbarian.
Naturally. That is what I shall have intended to do.
This is the only way to get the better of the British. Stand up to them. Put your best foot forward. That is just an expression, Your Majesty. We shall present the best of Siam.
This extremely intriguing juncture of the musical, just as the people of Siam are readying themselves to welcome General Ramsay, we shall take a break to acknowledge the presence of our distinguished guest of honor, Dr. Kakuli Das. Here are a few words about our esteemed guest of honor. Dr. Kakuli Das is an assistant professor in the Cancer and Stem Cell Biology program in Duke NUS Medical School, Singapore. Dr. Das received her PhD from Utkal University, India in the year 2000, followed by her postdoctoral training in San Jose State University, California, USA in the year 2002. Dr. Das has more than 15 years of experience in cancer research, especially in cancer genomics and molecular genetics. Her research is through the many competitive grants that she has received in the areas of biomedical sciences in Singapore. Dr. Das has mentored several graduate and undergraduate students from different institutions in Singapore for their research projects. Dr. Das is the author of more than 30 research papers, 4 book chapters, and several international conference proceedings. In her free time, she enjoys singing and has performed several live shows in Victoria Theatre, Esplanade Concert Hall, and multiple other venues in Singapore, Indonesia, and Malaysia. So let us invite Dr. Kakuli Das on stage to share with us a few words of wisdom.
Hi, good morning everyone. Very well introduction, and I'm so glad to be here. I was told that I'm supposed to address the students, to motivate the students, but I don't see any students here. I see all the parents. I prepared a speech for the students, and now, I don't know, it has to be extempo. So, yeah, I'm glad to be here, and I'm honored by your invitation. Thanks very much. And the journey of this institute, which is Global GIIS, it's been 15 years, and my journey in Singapore is also 15 years. So this is an opportunity that I think I should speak about my life journey. I mean, when these students were performing here, I was so overwhelmed. I was thinking that I am performing right there. And I went back to my school days where I used to sing. And I thought I would make singing as my career. And you know, during Teachers' Day, I'm from the CBSE curriculum. So in our school, in Kendra Vidyalaya, we used to have Teachers' Day, where the senior students used to assume the role of teachers on that day. And believe it or not, as a senior student, I got the opportunity to become a teacher. I taught science to the primary students, and my excitement when I received flowers and small notes of appreciation and positive feedback from the students, it made my day. And I thought I had a flair for teaching and I should take it as a career. But on the other hand, I was a good singer in school. So I had two choices to make, whether to continue singing or whether to become a good teacher, whether to continue teaching. So right after that, I decided, okay, I'll continue singing, but let me get into teaching as well. So I enrolled myself into a graduate program which has only 4 institutes in India, which is the Regional College of Education. There are only 4 institutes. So now it's Regional Institute of Education. So I got enrolled there into BSc, B.Ed. So it was a 4-year integrated course. And I thought after this B.Ed, I would become because I used to love science, I would become a biology teacher. And I did. I did become an ad hoc teacher in a central school. So, but then sooner or later, I realized that I need to get into tertiary education. So that is where I applied for this Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, as we call it in India. So I applied for this fellowship and I got through. So I thought, okay, let me get into the higher studies and make it to the tertiary education. And then I become a teacher over there. And so that is how I began my journey. And I used to love mentoring the PhD undergrad as well as graduate students when I was doing my PhD in developmental biology. And this right here, the Metamorphosis, was so much, I was so much involved into this in biology. We have this term metamorphosis, which is change. And I would think the students here, as GIS has moved forward, my sole advice to them would be to keep moving forward. You know, I also ask my students now, the students that I mentor, I tell them, passion and progress. These are the 2 key words that you should remember. So there was this famous leader who coined this. I don't know if anyone of you know. This is the phrase that he coined. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl, but keep moving forward. And that is what I say to these students. The world is changing. So I think that is how, when it is very, very tough, you would agree with me that it's very tough in Singapore, which is a small place. And when I came to Singapore, biomedical sciences research didn't even exist then. So it was very tough for me to get, I called up EDB once and I told them, see, I'm very much interested into research. And what is it about? No, we haven't come up with anything. So I went to US to do my postdoc. Just when I returned, I heard that there was this A-star coming up, Biopolis. The new building was coming up. But then, fortunately, what I studied in my PhD, I thought I had a burning desire, you know, to really work hard and to serve the community. Forget about singing. I thought this is the place, the research. So that's how I got into Singapore General Hospital to do meaningful research, which was cancer research. So my basic research and the translation, which is on the patients that I wanted to do, I combined them. I got several grants. So that is how I did my self-development. So school, I would say, is the basis for what you are today. School teaches you the values. The values in addition to the home. School teaches you how you behave, how you really have the ethics. School teaches you self-discipline. It teaches you tolerance. It teaches you empathy. All this, I think, I owe it to my teachers. So the teachers and your mentors who shape you, they have a big role to play in your career, in your growth. And I think I bow to my teachers for making me where I am. I'm so proud to be here, standing here to address you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
inspiring words, requesting you to kindly stay back on stage. I also invite our Deputy COO, Mr. Rajiv Katyal, and our Principal, Ms. Melissa Maria, to kindly join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we now take advantage of this brief interlude to bring to you some truly exciting news. We are proud and pleased to announce the launch of an anthology of short stories entitled An Artist's Creed and Other Tales. This book is penned down by none other than our very own students. GIIS has immense faith in its students' potential. Truth be told, they have always been the driving force behind the school's endeavors. Under the Literary Fest 2018, students were encouraged to write short stories. With this, we received an overwhelming response of over 100 stories, out of which the 10 best stories have been compiled. Students whose stories feature are Shaira Mukherjee, Shreya Sharma, Akhil Jaydeep, Ruchika Athalye, Asha Shinde, Adya Kini, Lahari Dharmala, Shruti Srinivasan, Rida Fatima Manoj, and Sakshi Savan. I now request the students to briefly share their inspiration for the short stories with us. I begin with Ruchita Athalye.
A very good morning to all of you. Coincidentally, the story that I've written is titled the same as our annual day today, Metamorphosis. My take on it, however, is different from what you will see today. I've tried to inculcate my passion for fine arts, dance, medical science, and come up with a story that I hope you all enjoy. And the motivation for this is, of course, the ever-encouraging staff that we have at GIIS and the strive to innovate, and that's what resulted. My story was chosen, and now I hope you guys will enjoy it. And congratulations to all the authors today. Thank you.
Hi, good morning everyone. So basically the title of my story was The Lost Heart of Eden, which is essentially an adventure story. So like my inspiration was technically all the great authors that I've actually read about these days, like especially the old ones like Jules Verne. So I've also watched quite a few movies which kind of inspired me, like Indiana Jones. So my story was essentially an adventure one, in which like a group of explorers go out and find the lost heart of Eden. So my inspiration was essentially the movie called Adventure, the Mystery Island, which is basically based on a group of Vernians. So anyway, I'd like to thank the school for giving me this opportunity, and congratulations to all the authors. Thank you.
Good morning to all of you here. It's a very big moment for all of us, because to be able to write a short story and have that published in a book is a very fascinating experience for all of us. I remember that last year when the opportunity to write this story had come across, I was quite reluctant because I considered myself to be a very poor narrator. But Subramaniam sir was there for me. He infused me with the confidence. He was very supportive. And if it wasn't for him, I would not have been standing here as one of the authors. So thank you so much, Subramaniam sir. Thank you so much, school, for this opportunity. And I hope that all the readers out there will enjoy reading the book. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Arya. My story is titled A Moment of Doubt. So me and Shaila, we were in the same language and literature classes with Subramaniam sir last year. So my story started, so it was actually a narrative essay stimulus title that we received, A Moment of Doubt. And I am not a huge fan of narrative essays. I always prefer writing descriptive ones. So, you know, it was something for me during one of our December breaks. I sat down and I was like, I'm going to finish this in 2 hours. I'm going to do it and I'm going to submit it. But in the end, I ended up spending almost 2 weeks on it, and I'm really proud to say that it's some of my best writing to date. So that was, and thematically, the idea for my story came from, I was very inspired by World War II. We just visited the Black Box here in Singapore. I was very inspired by the history and the determination that these soldiers had, so I wanted to write like a personal anecdote of one of the soldiers, a female soldier at that. So that's essentially what my story is about, so I hope all those that read it enjoy it. Congrats to all the authors and thanks to the school for the opportunity to do this. Good morning. My story is called The Storm, and I had originally written it as a practice for my semester exams. The inspiration for my story came from reading a lot of these fairy tale books which talked about old legends, and I would like to thank all my English teachers through the years for helping me develop my writing skills. Congratulations everyone here.
A very good morning to everyone present here. My name is Lahiri and my story was called One Wrong Turn. My story was actually more of a thriller and action story. I've always loved reading these books and I've always had a passion for writing, and when the school gave us this opportunity, I knew I had to take it. My inspiration was actually an experience with my friends where we ended up near a graveyard and some mysterious things happened. I'm not sure I actually believe them, but I use that as my inspiration. So thank you to the school for this opportunity and congratulations to everyone.
Hi, I'm Brida. My story is titled Blue, and it's actually a story about self-development. And the titular character, named Blue, actually goes through this phase in her life where she gains confidence and a lot of other skills. I hope the book is enjoyable, and I thank the school for the opportunity, and I congratulate all the authors.
So ladies and gentlemen, you must grab a copy of this first ever book to be published in the GIIS ecosystem. The book is available on Amazon, Google Books and Book Depository. We're also planning a launch of a second anthology of stories so as to encourage more budding authors to contribute to this collection. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir. Kindly take your seat in the audience and enjoy the rest of the show.
And with this, we'll resume our marvelous musical. So sit back and enjoy yourselves.
Preparations are in full swing to receive Sir Edward Ramsay. The king's wives and children have been trained by Miss Anna to perform the play King Lear, as written and directed by none other than Tupton.
Your Majesty and honorable guests, I beg to put before you King Lear by William Shakespeare.
Well, we are very eager to watch this powerful tragedy. Let the show begin.
Gentlemen, lend us your ear. Come, listen to the tale of old King Lear. He was a fond father, and foolishly so. He banished those who loved him and brought himself woe. He listened to flattery that sounded so sweet. He recognized not love, so he faced deceit. Come, see for yourself what happened one day. What did Lear ask, and what did the daughter say?
Greetings to you, noble Kent and Sir Gloucester.
I thought the king preferred the Duke of Albany to the Duke of Cornwall.
We believe so too, but he's divided the kingdom so evenly that there's no telling as to which duke he favors more.
The king is coming.
Go and escort the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
Yes, my lord.
And where are my daughters? Go tell them that the king wishes to see them.
My lord.
And as of now, hand me that map over there. I hereby announce that I have divided the kingdom into 3 parts, which I'm handing over to the younger generation. Well, as you can tell, I am old now, and I wish to enjoy a little rest and peace of mind at my age. Ah, Albany, my loving son-in-law, I wish for you to announce publicly what each of my daughters will be inheriting to avoid any hostilities or so later. My daughters, since I am about to give up my throne and the worries that go along with it, tell me which one of you loves me the most, so that I can give the largest share to the one who deserves it the most. Gondil, my oldest daughter, you may speak first.
Sir, I do love you more than words can express, dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honor, a love that makes breath poor and speech unable, beyond all manner of so much I love you.
What will I say? I can only love and be silent.
I give you land from this line to that, dense forests, fertile fields, rivers rich with fish, along with wide meadows. This land, Gondil, shall belong to you and Albany forever.
Thank you, Your Majesty, for your kindness and love.
And now, what does my second daughter, wife of Cornwall, Regan, wish to say?
Sir, my sister described my feelings for you precisely, but her description lacks the truth. I reject any joy but my love for you, and I find that only Your Majesty's love makes me happy.
Very well. You and your heirs receive this large third of my kingdom, no smaller in value or area than what I gave Gondil. And now, my youngest daughter, my joy. What can you tell me that will make me give you a larger part of the kingdom? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing? Cordelia, nothing will grant you nothing. Try again, or you may damage your inheritance.
I'm unlucky. I don't have a talent of putting my heart's feelings into words. I'm giving back just as I should. I obey you, I honor you, and I love you. I love you like a child should love her father, neither more nor less. My sisters can't be telling the truth when they say that they love only you. Don't they love their husbands too? Hopefully when I get married, I'll give my husband half of my love and sense of duty. I can't can't get married in the same way that my sisters say that they're married, loving their father only.
Do you really mean what you are saying? How are you so young and yet so cruel?
So young, my lord, and honest.
Alright, then the church is all the inheritance that you shall receive. I swear by the sacred sun and by the mysterious moon that I disown you as my daughter. As of now, there aren't any family ties between us, and I consider you a stranger. Go and call the King of France. And you, get out of my sight. Go away. I guess if you don't love me, I shall only have peace when I die. Call the Duke of Burgundy. Why is nobody doing anything?
But sir...
Be quiet, King, or else I shall take my anger out on you.
Then let your anger fall on me, because when a majestic king starts acting silly, then it's my duty to be blunt.
King, if you wish to stay alive, you will stop talking.
Sir, hold on to your crown and use your better judgment to rethink this rash decision. Just because your youngest daughter doesn't flatter you with words, doesn't mean she loves you the least.
Hear me, you miscreant. You will pay for trying to make me revise my judgment. This is the punishment. I'll give you 5 days. 5 days to gather whatever you need. And then on the 6th, you'll leave the kingdom that hates you. Or else, you die. Now, get out of here.
It's clear that my freedom has been banished from this kingdom. Farewell, King. I wish the gods will protect you for thinking and speaking fairly, my dear child.
Here are the rulers of France and Burgundy, my lord.
The ruler of Burgundy. You have been competing for land of this kingdom with this king for my daughter, whom I no longer love. Her only dowry is my curse and banishment. So, do you still wish to have her, or do you wish to leave her?
In that case, I'm sorry you have to lose me as your husband.
Peace to you, my lord of Burgundy. Since you love money and power so much, I won't be your wife.
Great King of France, I would never insult our friendship by asking you to marry a girl that I hate.
Father, I did not do anything atrocious. I'm out of favor simply because I don't have a smooth way with words.
Enough! I'd rather you have not been born at all than to have insulted me the way you did.
You mean this is the whole problem? That she is shy and hasn't said everything she means to say and do? Beautiful Cordelia, you're all the richer now that you're poor. I'll take you and your wonderful virtues here and now. King, the daughter you rejected is now mine as Queen of France. No Duke of spineless Burgundy can take this treasure of a girl away from me now.
She's yours, King of France. Take her. And you, get out of here. Leave without any blessings or love from me. Burgundy, come with me.
Sisters, I leave you now with tears in my eyes. Take good care of our father and show him the love that you have professed to him.
Don't tell us what to do. Let's go, Cordelia. Time will tell who is more faithful and loving.
A few months have passed. Regan, Goneril, and their husbands have refused to take care of King Lear because of his deteriorating state.
Old King Lear, he gave his daughter all.
His crown,
his kingdom,
all the money,
and all the power.
He was left with nothing at all. All his daughter could give him was
scorn,
and hate,
insults,
and frowns.
He let them live on his own.
A homeless wanderer,
a broken old man,
a rejected father,
a king who was a king no more.
But look who comes. It's Cordelia, the youngest and the fairest.
Noble knights, have you seen my father? Father, Father, I've come to take you with me. Let me be a loving daughter, as you were once a doting father. Come, let us reclaim your throne and your honor. Come, Father.
What a wonderful performance. How charming.
We are so impressed with the actors. Well done, Tatu.
You all look so lovely. I would love to take home some of your pretty clothes.
That is not all. We also have a dance performance to show you that Lady Anna has also taught the prince and princess to dance like you English people.
That would be spectacular.
Fantastic.
fabulous performance, and I will tell the rest of the world about the rich country of Siam. Goodbye.
Bye. May you have a safe and happy journey back home to England. My love to the beautiful country.
Take care, Anna. Hope to see you soon.
Another year has passed, and Anna has stayed back in the palace to teach the king's wards and his queens. Over a period of time, the king and Anna have developed an unwritten friendship, a queer bond, the nature of which was strange even to the two of them.
It is all over. This is the most important thing I must tell you. It is of greater interest that the English think highly of me. Secret police have served coffee after dinner and listen what they talk and report conversation to me. Now, after a year, I get news that English don't think me barbarian and hold Siam in high respect.
You have been spying on your guests?
How else can you find the truth? It appears I have made excellent impression. It is clear they do not think me barbarian.
That is what you intended to prove.
What we intended to prove.
Yes.
Ah, Tapti.
What about her?
She is missing from palace. You know something about this?
The last time I saw her, she was in the theatre pavilion.
This is the last time anyone has seen her. She never speak to you of running away?
I knew she was unhappy. Lady Thian had told me of her decision to marry her to the king of Burma, who is really an old man.
Why unhappy? She is a princess. She must marry king. The king of Burma is a powerful man. What reason can she have to be unhappy?
Your Majesty, if Taptim is caught, will she be punished?
Naturally. What would you do if you were a king? Like me?
I believe I would have given her a chance to explain. I think I would try not to be too harsh. Your Majesty, I don't know if I can ever make it clear to you, but someday I hope you will understand. Have you heard the story of Razia Sultan, the Queen of Delhi in India?
India. India is a great country. Buddha came from India. Tell me the story from India.
Long, long ago.
रज़िया सुल्ताना गुलाम वंश के सुल्तान इल्तुतमिश की पुत्री व भारत पर हुकूमत करने वाली पहली शासिका थी। इनके वालिद इल्तुतमिश ने अपने 3 बेटों को तरजीह देते हुए रज़िया को जानशीन करार दिया था, लेकिन सल्तनत के दरबार में बैठे उनके मुखालिफों के लिए एक जनाना का बादशाह के तख्त पर कब्जा करना कतई गवारा न था। लिहाजा वे हमेशा इस कुशल, साहसी व दूरदर्शी शासिका के विरुद्ध षड्यंत्र रचते रहते थे।
इस पुरुष प्रधान समाज में महिला शासिका के अधीन कार्यरत उनके दरबारियों में भी ईर्ष्या की यह भावना कहीं न कहीं दृष्टिगोचर होती थी।
शहजादी रज़िया सुल्ताना, पर्दानशी औरतें तो केवल घरों की चिलमन के पीछे ही महफूज रहती हैं। इतिहास गवाह है कि वे कभी तक तो ताज की शान न बनी, परंतु आपने तो एक नया कलमा ही रच डाला।
मिर्जा जी, बदलाव कुदरत का नियम है, या तो फिर यह कहे कि एक तोहफा है। इस दरबार को भी उस बदलाव का हिस्सा बनना ही पड़ेगा। वैसे भी मेरा इरादा इतिहास दोहराना नहीं, बल्कि इतिहास रचना है। इस तख्त ने भी बदलाव का सूर्योदय और सूर्यास्त अपनी खुली आंखों से देखा है। हाँ, यह दूसरी बात है कि इस दरबार ने सिर्फ पुरुष सत्ता की ही हुकूमत देखी है, तो जाहिर सी बात है कि इस सल्तनत ने कभी किसी
औरत के साहस, शूरता और न्यायप्रियता को नहीं परखा और ना तो किसी अबला की करुण पुकार सुनी, तो आज से हम सुल्ताना नहीं सुल्तान हैं और इस तख्त व ताज की जिम्मेदारी अब हमारी है।
हाय अल्लाह, रजिया का यह सास हमें राज नहीं आ रहा। देखो तो तख्त जो हड़प ली, अब हमारे मर्दों पर हुकूमत करेगी।
हाँ हाँ मैं जमीन, नाव देखा ना ताव, बैठ गई सीधे तख्त पर। शर्म और है तो बेच खाई है, वे तो पर्दा नसीन थी, इसे उतार क्यों फेंका? तौबा तौबा, इसे तो जहन्नुम में भी जगह नहीं मिलेगी।
अरे बहन, फिक्र मत करो, ये तो तकदीर का खेल है। हौसले तो बुलंद हैं, पर सोचा है मैदानी जंग में इनका क्या हाल होगा जब इनका सामना मर्दों से होगा।
मैं तो सोचूं राबिया, इनके अब्बा जान की क्या मती मारी गई थी, या फिर एक पिता ममता के खातिर बिक चुका है जो अपने बेटों को तरजीह देकर अपनी बेटी के हाथ में हुकूमत थमा दी।
ना 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 अपा, सुल्तान करते भी तो क्या करते, रज़िया के भाई तो अयाश है, वह इस तक के काबिल कहाँ।
अगर बचपन से ही रज़िया के पंख काट दिए जाते तो इस पाके तख्त को आज इतनी जिल्लत नहीं सहनी पड़ती।
रज़िया अपने कमरे की ओर बढ़ते हुए मन ही मन दरबार में घटित घटनाओं के बारे में सोच रही है।
आज जो है रियाया बगावत क्यों कर रही है? केवल इसलिए कि मैं औरत हूँ? क्या स्त्री होना गुनाह है? क्या एक पिता एक कुशल शासिका नहीं बना सकता?
रज़िया अपने बचपन के बीते लम्हों में खो जाती है। रज़िया बेटी, कहाँ जा रही हो? यहाँ मेरे पास तो आओ।
जी अबू बाबा, आई, मैं अपने साथियों के साथ खेलने जा रही हूँ।
अच्छा अच्छा, जाओ जाओ खेलो।
सुल्तान, रज़िया अब सयानी हो रही है, थोड़ा उसे घर गृहस्थी चलाने के हुनर सीखने चाहिए। माना कि रज़िया आपकी जिगर का टुकड़ा है, पर है तो बेटी ही ना, उसे सिपाहीगिरी सीखने की क्या ज़रूरत है? उसे कोई जंग में थोड़ी ना जाना है।
तुम कहना क्या चाहती हो?
गुस्ताखी माफ सरताज, मुझे कोई एतराज़ नहीं बल्कि फिक्र है।
बहुत हो गया, मैं अपनी रज़िया को इस काबिल बनाऊंगा कि उसे किसी मर्द की मोहताज ना होना पड़े। मैं इस दकियानसी समाज की परवाह नहीं करता। घर गृहस्थी तो क्या, मेरी शहजादी पूरी कायनात को संभालने की कुव्वत रखती है।
रज़िया बगीचे की ओर जाती है। वहाँ बच्चों का समूह इकट्ठा हुआ है। एक तरफ लड़के खेल रहे हैं और दूसरी ओर लड़कियाँ खेल रही हैं।
दोस्तों, आज हम कुछ नया खेल खेलेंगे। चलो हम दरबार लगाएंगे। तो बताओ कौन क्या बनना चाहता है?
सेनापति का पद मुझे चाहिए। मैं तो दुश्मनों के छक्के छुड़ा दूंगा।
मैं तो शाही सलाहकार बनूंगा। सुल्तान तो सलाहकार के हाथों की कठपुतली होते हैं।
मैं सुल्तान बनूंगी, फिर देखती हूँ कि कौन किसको नचाता है।
तुम और सुल्तान? हा हा हा। सुल्तान शब्द का अर्थ भी मालूम है तुम्हें? उसके कंधे पे जितनी जिम्मेदारी होती है उसका अंदाजा भी है तुम्हें?
नहीं रज़िया, पर तुम लड़कियों के पास फौलादी जिगर नहीं होता, तुम सल्तनत कैसे संभालोगे?
सुल्तान और एक औरत, कभी सुना है क्या? नहीं नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता।
सुल्तान तो मैं बनूंगा। रणभूमि में लड़कियां नहीं जाती हैं, वहाँ तो हम जैसे पुरुष ही दुश्मनों की ईद से ईद बचा सकते हैं।
क्यों नहीं? मेरे अबू बाबा कहते हैं कि लड़कियां भी लड़कों से कम नहीं। जाओ, मैं तुम लोगों के साथ नहीं खेलूंगी।
अचानक दासी भागते हुए हांफते हांफते कमरे में आती है। उसकी आवाज सुनकर रज़िया अपने वर्तमान में वापस आ जाती है।
राजकुमारी जी, सुल्तान की तबीयत काफी नाजुक है, तुरंत आइए। क्या हुआ मेरे अबू बाबा को? क्या हुआ?
अबू बाबा, आज आप हमें इतने गौर से क्यों देख रहे हैं? क्या हुआ? क्या बात है? इसलिए कि शायद तेरा ये बाबा अब फिर तुझे इन आंखों से देख नहीं पाएगा। तेरा ये बाबा बरसों से अपने ख्वाबों में तेरे ही सर पर देखता आ रहा है। जब मेरा ख्वाब पूरा होगा तो याद रखना बेटा कि खुदा के बंदों की खुशहाली ही तेरा फर्ज होगा और इंसाफ ही तेरा धर्म होगा।
जरूर बाबा जरूर, मैं आपके ख्वाब जरूर एक दिन पूरा कर लूंगी।
खुदा के लिए अब्बूजान ऐसा मत करिए, मैं आपकी सारी इच्छाएं पूरी करूंगा, एक मौका तो दीजिए।
दूर रहो तुम तो अपने नापाक इरादों से इस पाके तख्त को नापाक करने में तुले हुए हो। तुम पाके तख्त पर बैठने का मंसूबा रखते हो। रजिया बेटी, मेरी हर मुराद पूरी करना इंशाअल्लाह।
रजिया अपने शराबी भाई को गद्दी पर बैठने नहीं देती है और वह खुद उस राजगद्दी की बागडोर को अपने हाथों में ले लेती है।
फरियाद सुल्तान, दुहाई हो सुल्तान, मेरी बेटी की जिंदगी बख्श दो। आपके भाई के जल्लाद उसे उठाकर ले गए हैं, वे उसे मार डालेंगे। मेरे जिगर के टुकड़े को बचा लो।
तू गम ना कर अम्मा, तेरे साथ नाइंसाफी नहीं होगी। इस सल्तनत में किसी की बहू बेटी की आबरू पर हाथ डालने वाले का सर कलम कर दिया जाएगा, बेशक वह हमारा भाई ही क्यों न हो। सिपाहियों, उस लड़की को बाइज्जत हमारे दरबार में पेश किया जाए।
जो हुक्म मलिका आलम।
अम्मा, आप फिक्र ना करें, मैं आपकी बेटी को सही सलामत घर पहुंचाऊंगी, यह मेरा आपसे वादा है।
सुल्तान, यह रही वो लड़की। खुदा की रहमत से यह लड़की बिल्कुल पाक और महफूज है।
ये ले अम्मा, अल्लाह के रहम से यह महफूज है। जो कुछ भी हुआ उसके लिए हम शर्मिंदा हैं, तुमसे माफी मांगते हैं। अब से हम इस बात का ख्याल रखेंगे कि हमारी प्रजा किसी का भी जुल्म सितम नहीं सहेगी।
शुक्रिया सुल्तान, आबाद रहो, अल्लाह तुम्हारी हर मुराद पूरी करे, परवरदिगार तुम्हें लंबी उम्र दराज करे।
सुल्तान रजिया, आज काजी के रूबरू इस दरबार में आज आपने ये दिखा दिया कि इंसाफ के तख्त पर बैठकर आपने इंसाफ किया है और सल्तनत की सलामती और खुशहाली को अपना फर्ज समझा है।
सुल्तान, ये प्रजा हमारी ताकत है और एक दिन इन पर आपकी रहनुमाई ही इन्हें आप पर जान निसार करने के लिए मजबूर कर देगी।
रजिया की खिदमत में दरबार में शामी जश्न मनाया जा रहा है।
शुक्रिया।
Da
Your Majesty, Tuptim has been found. She was trying to run away.
Dishonor!
Mrs. Anna!
You have been a disgrace to me and the kingdom of Siam.
Stop that. You hear me? Stop it.
It would be better if you understand at once that this matter does not concern you.
But it does. It does. Not only because of her, but even more because of you.
You waste my time.
She's only a child. She was hiding because she was unhappy.
Can't you understand that? Your Majesty, I beg of you, don't throw away everything you have done. This girl has hurt your feelings as a father, but she didn't mean to hurt your heart. You haven't got a heart for your daughters, have you? You've never loved them. You never will.
I assure you. Give to me.
I cannot believe you're going to do this dreadful thing.
You do not believe it? Maybe you will believe when you hear us screaming as you run down the hall.
I'm not going to run down the hall. I'm going to stand here and watch you.
Hold this girl. I do this all myself.
You are a barbarian.
Down. Am I king or am I not king? Am I to take orders from English school teacher?
No, not orders.
Silence. I am king as I was born to be and signed to be governed in my way. Not English way, not French way, not Chinese way, my way. Barbarian, you say? There is no barbarian worse than a weak king, and I am strong king. You hear? Strong.
I shall never understand you. You or your king. I shall never understand him.
You have destroyed him. You have destroyed King. He cannot be anything that he was before. You have taken all this away from him.
The next boat that leaves the port of Bangkok, no matter where it goes, I shall be on it.
I wish you never come to Siam.
So do I. So do I.
The boat is ready to set sail, my lady.
Yes, Captain. I'm ready too. Lady Fian, how nice of you to come to say goodbye. I was down at the ship seeing that all my boxes were on. Captain Alton must set sail with the tide.
Miss Anna, I did not only come to say goodbye. I come for one who must see you. You must come to him. When he heard that you were sailing, he started to write this letter.
All day he has been writing. It was very difficult for him, madam. Very difficult.
He has commanded that I bring it to you.
Please read it to us, Miss Anna. I would like to hear what my father has said.
He writes, "While I lie here, I know that I die soon. This heart which you say I have not got is a matter of concern. There shall be nothing wrong when men shall die, when he shall have tried his utmost best. But I do not wish to die without saying this gratitude," etc., etc., etc. But, Mrs. Anna, you must remember that you have been a very difficult woman, and much more difficult than generality. I must go to him.
Many months, I do not see you, Mrs. Anna. And now I die.
Oh no, Your Majesty.
This is not scientific. Mrs. Anna, I know if I do or do not die, you are leaving Siam. When?
Very soon, Your Majesty. In fact, I can stay only a few minutes more.
You are glad for this. People of Siam, royal children, etc. are not glad and are in great affliction of your departure.
I shall miss them.
You shall miss them, but you shall be leaving. I too am leaving, but unlike you, I am not walking onto a boat with my own feet, of my own free will. I am just leaving.
You are brave, Your Majesty. You are very brave.
Oh, my children. Tell them to come here. Good evening, my children.
Good evening, Father.
Oh, Miss Anna, please do not go. We are so happy to see you. We have been unhappy without you. We have missed you so much, Miss Anna. Will you please stay? Please do not go away.
Mother, it's time. It's the boat.
Yes, my lady. We must sail now. I shall wait for you at the deck. Please do hurry.
Do not go, Miss Anna. Please do not go.
Louis, please go down to the ship and ask Captain Orton to take all our boxes off and have everything put back into our house.
Silence. Is no reason for doing of this demonstration for school teacher realizing her duty, for which I pay her exorbitant monthly salary of £25. Further, this is disorganized behavior for bedroom of dying king. Captain, rise. Miss Anna, you take notes. You take notes from next queen. Well. Suppose you are queen. Is there nothing you would do?
I would make proclamations.
Yes.
First, I would proclaim that nobody bow to king in fashion of lowly toad.
I do not believe this is good thing. It is embarrassing and degrading, etc., etc., etc. This is bad thing. I do not believe.
You are angry with me, my father?
Why do you ask question? If you are a queen, you are queen. You do not ask question of sick man, nor of woman. This proclamation against bowing, I believe to be your fault.
Oh, I do hope so, Your Majesty. I do hope so.
Up! Rise up! No bowing like toad. No crouching, no crawling. This does not mean, however, that you do not show respect for Queen.
You will stand with your shoulders square back and chin high, etc., etc., like these.
From today, we believe in respect, equality,
dignity, liberty, etc., etc., etc.
And so you see, my father, His Highness King Mongkut, gave me the power and honor to take over the reign of Siam. I have tried my best to help my country progress in the ways of the world.
Thank you, Your Majesty, for sharing the wonderful story of Siam, the visionary King Mongkut, and the exceptional school teacher, Lady Anna. To add to the celebratory note of this special occasion, we offer a tribute to the people of Siam. With love from Singapore, the grand finale.
Well, wasn't that a truly spectacular performance?
Oh, it indeed was. We now invite the members of the main cast to take their final bow. Another huge round of applause to the main cast.
We now invite Purajit to propose the vote of thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's our pleasure and privilege to thank everyone who has made this morning such a success. Let me begin by thanking our guest of honor, Dr. Kakuli Das, for sparing time from a busy schedule to be with us today. We also wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to the distinguished members of the GIIS board for providing us with this wonderful platform for showcasing our talent. Special thanks to our loving parents for their incessant encouragement, and sincerest thanks to our principal, Ms. Melissa Maria, for her constant guidance and motivation whilst putting up this show. We would like to thank our teachers for tirelessly working with us to bring out the best in us. We also wish to thank the control room for the wonderful light and sound effects that added depth and dimension to the play. We are deeply indebted to the support staff for all the help that has been willingly provided to us through the course of this program, and finally to our dear students for their wholehearted participation, exuberance and assiduous endeavors. In closure, I would like to leave you with a few words to ponder over. People who change after change will survive. People who change with change will succeed. But people who cause the change will lead. And we at GIIS aim to lead. Thank you.
With this, we have come to the end of today's program, requesting you all to kindly rise for the national anthems.
school today. There are game stalls at level 2 multipurpose hall and food stalls to level 3. Thank you all and have a great day ahead.